A couple days ago. I wasn't streaming. I played this game with Blitz, and it's pretty fun. Did I random? No, I picked Kunkka. I think, see what I do right now is I play party, and I have this list of heroes that I need to play that I haven't made videos of in a very long time, and Kunkka was on my list for mid heroes. So I picked Kunkka, and then the lanes didn't really work out. I was gonna go safe lane or something, and then I just ended up going off lane. So the game's not a good example of how to play Kunkka in his laning stage, but I can just talk about the hero a lot, and hopefully that will give you guys a bunch of knowledge about how to play him correctly. So we actually played against really good players this game. We were against Demon, Hilger, and Space's Universe on EG. So we played against... Did I really first pick this? Holy crap. Did I random this? I don't remember. Chat? Yeah, I did random. Alright, never mind. So everything I said about the list was completely a lie. But I random Kunkka. Universe random Doom, I believe. Yeah, he did. But Kunkka is typically played in the mid lane, not really played as a carry or anything like that. Once in a while you'll see Kunkka as a support, but as a whole you'll see Kunkka being played in the mid lane or as a support. So first things first about the hero, he has tons of magic burst, he has a bunch of disable, and he can also farm decently well when you max out a second skill, and you can transition that into a really strong item game. So if you do go into mid lane, you'll buy things like Battle Fury, Blink Dagger, maybe a BKB, maybe a Shadow Blade. Eventually you'll grab a crit if you're doing really well, and you just want a bunch of damage items because with your second skill, I don't remember doing this with my mouse. It's because... Alright, it was actually me with the mouse. Alright, 1 second. Alright, there we go. Okay, so playing offlane Kunkka isn't the worst thing ever. It's kind of bad, but it's not the worst. I think I maybe should have gotten a Stout Shield here. I ended up opting for a Boots, a Salve, and a Tango, and I got 2 Ironwood branches instead, is what I did. Stout Shield's pretty good, especially because it looked like it was going to be a support Venge. Venge is a ranged hero, so that means I'm going to have to deal with taking that damage. And I like to block a lot whenever I ward as an offlane hero, so I almost always, pretty much every time that I play Radiant offlane, I ward this. If you guys ever play against my offlane, just deward that in your set. The land he's talking about, we actually played against Hilger in that land, the UCSD land, which is a really long time ago now. That's like probably a year and a half ago, I think. And he was on the team with Demon. That was a really, really fun set. But yeah, Kunkka is pretty cool here. Alright, let's talk about some skills. Sorry, I'm slightly distracted. If it's really late right now, it's like midnight. I usually go to bed around midnight or 1, so my brain isn't going to work for right now, just so you guys know. I'm trying to make a lot of videos because I am going to the Red Bull land tomorrow. I didn't actually have serious desire to take that rune because I knew that Potom was getting arrowed. If ever against a Potom, don't ever fight people for runes if you know that she's in the general area, because you're just going to get arrowed. I dodged the arrow and I had no intention of taking it. So minus 100 mana on the Potom, which is pretty good. For skills, when you're playing Kunkka, you generally will get a mix of Torrent and your X. It kind of depends what you want to do, but if I'm playing an offlane Kunkka, I don't want to go farming Kunkka. I don't want to max out Tidebringer. If you're playing mid, this is an option because it allows you to farm really quick. It allows you to do a splash of damage and you can get some gold out of it, and you can also harass with it. But if I'm in offlane, I'm going to be zoned a lot and I'm going to be far away from the creep wave. So my ability to get farm and use Tidebringer is just not going to happen. So instead what I want to focus on is getting levels, and that's one reason that the offlane is kind of okay for Kunkka, is because, again, this is not something you should be doing in a regular game, but it's not the worst, honestly, because if you do play an offlane hero, a lot of the times what you want to do is have a hero that can leverage your experience to do things, rather than a hero that can leverage your gold to do things, because you won't be getting very much gold if your opponents are playing correctly. It also helps to be a little tanky, and Kunkka is not really that. He has pretty high HP, actually. 3 HP per level, or 3 strength per level, and the problem is I don't have a Stout Shield. So if I had a Stout Shield and my armor was a little higher, I'd be a better offlane hero, but Kunkka's just okay. Doing a side pull when you're playing Radiant is really important, especially against trolls. It's great. And also show yourself in the lane as well so they don't think anything's up. If you just disappear from the lane, they'll realize that you're side pulling. And I kind of want them to just think that nothing's going on, because normally actually this camp dies a little faster. Like it'll kill the creeps a bit faster, because those creeps do piercing damage and they do bonus to creeps. But I don't know if I actually got any of those denied or not, but on the bright side it does give me a bit of time to Unfortunately, I didn't get that one. Should have been a little faster. Only got 1 CS out of that, but it does give you a bit of time to go for a guaranteed CS. They were actually able to take the large troll and get last hits on that, so it wasn't the best pull, but it did get me a little bit. Like, the wave positioning is really good for me right now. I should have gotten that last hit, but I hesitated a bit too long. It's tough to watch yourself play after the fact like that because of those reasons. I have to be pretty careful here because Venge can stun into an arrow. Venge will stun, Potom will arrow me. So that's 2 stuns that I have to deal with. For now, I'm just going to focus on last hitting if possible. My base damage is pretty high, so... my skill build, again, I'm just trying to leverage levels so that I can get up to a potential where I can go for kill combinations. And the skill build that I'm going to be doing is getting 3 levels of X and 2 torrents, and then my ultimate at 6. This build has slightly changed over time. There's a period of time where everybody would go 2x, and that would allow you to set up on a torrent. The reason is torrent is a delayed stun, and it's a skill shot. It's a small AoE like this big, so you have to figure out where your opponents are going to be, or you have to cast it after your ally stun. Or what you can use is use X marks the spot to teleport them back to where they were before, and then time it up on based on that, which is generally the best way to do it. So you get 2 levels of X at least. You cast X and immediately after cast Torrent where they used to be, like where you first casted on them, and then they'll teleport back and you've got to set up stun. So it's not the best. It's actually a really good level 1 nuke because it does 120 damage, which is higher than most spells are at. But as a whole, it's not a huge amount of damage, but it is a reliable setup at a big range. So X has a 650 range. That means if I get within this range on somebody, I can guarantee a stun on them. Kind of wanted to right click him a little bit. The only reason I felt comfortable doing that was because I had a big creep wave. So if he did want to trade hits with me there, all that he was going to accomplish was, I mean, he would have done damage to me by all means, but he also would have, unfortunately I pulled that a little bit late, but he would have also taken a lot of damage from the creep wave. So I have to be pretty careful here. Nuking the wave like this didn't really feel safe. I had to be really careful. If I would have ran that way, there's a really real chance that the Avenge would have stunned me and the Potom would have arrowed me from long distance, so I felt more comfortable running all the way around. And I opted to get a bottle this game. You kind of need some kind of mana regen if you're playing Kunkka, and I think this is an okay way to do this. I was considering going mid for a gank, but I used that torrent on the creep wave top, which is maybe a mistake, so I was out of mana. But if I did have full mana there, and if I just had 200 mana, I probably would have rotated mid and tried to get a kill just by setting up a torrent, because I could have guaranteed the torrent goes off with a remnant, and then Blitz playing the storm could stun right after, and most likely we would have been able to get a kill. So what you're basically doing when you're playing offlane, especially on a hero like Kunkka, is just trying to make kills happen and sap experience wherever possible. So I'll get my bottle here, and that'll give me some more mana. Whenever I can, I do want to approach to get some experience. Anyways, I was talking before about the X build. The old X build used to be 2 because it guarantees the torrent stun, but the newer X build, you get 3 levels of X because then it combos with your ulti. And the way they used to do it before, they go 2X, then they would torrent, and they would immediately boat afterwards. So the person would come back, they'd get hit by the torrent, and then the boat would hit them. But then they realized it was slightly better if you do X into boat, followed up by torrent, because it's a little bit more reliable that the boat will hit. There's not as much delay between the two. If I had a stout shield here, I think I would have survived. Like, yeah, I definitely would have survived if I had a stout shield there. Was very close. Nicely done by him. The Murano was actually only level 4 there, but he got a double starfall on me, so. And also the Venge was level 5, at least after I died. I think that was because... no, that was before Blitz died. I don't know. The Venge was just really highly leveled there. I don't know why his levels were so high, but he was. I was thinking about going for a kill setup mid, because I wanted to torrent him. It is good to move around the map a little bit and try to be unpredictable. This wasn't really the best time because Rune just spawned at 6 minutes, so very, very likely that he would go do that. And he might also play safe because I'm missing. I died, and I didn't teleport back to lane immediately, so if he's a smart player, which he is, he won't come up to last hit. And also, he even has to worry about Storm Spirit, because Storm Spirit's level 7 as well, so Storm Spirit's over 6. Now I'm going to try to lead off this this Nature's Prophet here. See if I can help out. I'm looking to see if he's going to come out, and then we spot him again. Throw the X, throw the torrent, pull him back. There's the torrent. Wasn't sure if he had a TP or not, but I'm just going to keep right-clicking him. I tried to bottle up the Jakiro while he teleported, on the off chance that I could have kept him alive, but it didn't work out, so. And here I'll just, oops, I didn't get that one, but I'll just try to take these creeps because I'm very close to level 6. And getting level 6 makes my hero a lot stronger. I could still go top, but I didn't really feel very safe being there because I did end up dying to their support duo, so I kind of felt a little bit better about moving around the map, and with X again, you can guarantee a stun, so I'll grab ulti here. I don't really have a full mana combo to do the full combo, so I'll go back to base here. I'll bottle myself up, and then I'm going to go try to set up a kill somewhere. And again, this doesn't have to be Kunkka, this can be kind of any offlane hero that has a bit of a nuke. My nuke damage is now really good. The boat does 400 magic damage at level 1, so I've got 400 plus 180, that's 580 magic damage. So, and maybe like a couple right clicks, like 1 or 2 right clicks. And right here I'm looking for kills. I'm trying to figure out where to go. Potom is an option because remember, if Potom doesn't time her leap perfectly, the stuns will hit. And if she gets scared and leaps too early, then she will waste her leap, and then I should be able to get a kill for sure. So for now, I just kind of wanted to sit behind Storm Spirit on the mid lane and maybe think about going in there. I think I wasted a little too much time sitting behind people here. I'm actually not doing that bad. I'm level 6 at 8 minutes, which is good. I also found a bounty in here. And looks like Zeus took the double damage in the bot lane. So since nothing's really happening, I'm going to go to the top lane. I believe at this point I was talking to Will, I told him to come top, because if I X marks the spots, if I do a combo on Mirana, I need a little bit more damage, and it should be a guaranteed kill. So I'm just going to hide behind this tree for just a moment, and I will approach when he is on the way. And again, I'm going to X, and then I'm going to boat, and then I'm going to torrent right after, and that's the combo that I'm going to be going for. I think I told him. I guess he wasn't ready to go. Oh, he had no mana, that's right. He had no mana right here, which is why I wasn't able to go. The other cool part about getting 3 levels X marks the spot is the range goes up a lot. Goes up by 150 per level. So if you only have 2 levels, your range is actually not that high. But if you're up to 800, then that's really good. So Blitz came now. He TP'd. So now I'm just going to wait to see if the Potom shows herself again. And if she does, then I can come forward. I don't think I did that very well. And then this the torrent. So my boat hit for a stun. I think it does like a 1 second stun. 1.4 second stun. My torrent hit pretty much at the same time, which is a bit of a waste. I should do it a little bit later. I want the boat to hit, and then I want the torrent to hit right after. But for all I know, I maybe canceled his leap because maybe the boat didn't hit at the right time. I don't know. Either way, but both of them hit. I did the burst damage. Storm came in and got the kill, and that's some pretty good experience for us. We pick up level 7 for that, and then their Potom's off the map and not farming for a bit, which is, as a whole, good.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So with that kill, I'm able to get a couple more last hits. Phase boots is what I pick up, and I'm kind of low on mana here, and I also don't have enough for an ulti combo again. But that's one of the nice things about Ghost Ship is that the ultimate is really low. And I was really happy that I don't know if you guys watched the Summit All-Star match or not, but I watched it, and at one point Black got Kunkka in the all-random deathmatch, and he got a Blink Dagger, and he just went around the map getting kills constantly. That's what I was trying to emulate this game. Obviously, he did it way better than I did. I need a little bit more mana, by the way, to get my combo off. I think at this point we realized the Prophet was cliff jungling. As you can see, the Ursa was sitting down there pretty soon here. I was thinking about going somewhere else, but then he was like, hey, this guy's cliff jungling. I was a little upset that he ice passed so fast. I actually have no idea if he was teleporting or not. I know we were remnanting here. I threw a torrent as soon as I could. I like really didn't want him to get away with that. It's so dangerous to do that, especially if we have this many greedy heroes. We only have one hard support, and we have a jungling Ursa, so like it's very obvious that that's gonna occur. Wow, look how safe they played. They sat really far back up mid constantly. I was actually noticing that a lot. This game felt very, very different compared to most games. You haven't seen much of Universe so far, but he's jungling very, very well this game. He basically did a super jungle thing where he just spent a lot of time jungling, but he'd also come out occasionally to scare Blitz, and we watched the replay afterwards. And we saw how what his movements were like, and they were really efficient because he would come out and he would just scare the Storm Suit a little bit, so that Storm would be a little scared to dive or anything. I'm just trying to scare him here. I wanted him to think. I wanted to see if I could get him to do something stupid like waste his mana or leap or something like that. I wasn't actually interested in going on him, but I think it's just good to scare him once in a while. I had no intention of going on that, which is why I canceled the ulti, but I also wanted to make it look like I was about to ulti. The Tidebringer levels, I am not sure what the best skill build is. I think I maxed out Tidebringer here, and I think that was the right thing to do. Again, I'm going to grab another rune here. I saw that the Zeus is back mid, and I wanted to go on that since I had the haste rune. I thought that would give me a really easy chance to initiate. Oh, they had a ward, I see.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Problem with Doom is it actually disables your runes, so as soon as he doomed me, I lost my haste rune, and that was me just completely dying. So.
Tower is under attack.
So I got pretty wrecked there, but they did have a ward up, so I should have probably expected that. Ganking through the rune spots towards mid is very very visible a lot of the time, and especially with where I was positioned. I was sitting on the top lane a lot of the time, or some of the time, and I'm very likely going to rotate towards the mid lane, because if I do set up a boat and a torrent combo on any other heroes, and we have Storm also there to back up, they're going to die. So TPing in the top lane to see if we can get another kill. Somebody give me a ward. Just trying to give that the X. I forced this way too hard. Forced that way too hard. I don't know why I forced that so hard. That was really bad. There's no reason for me to force it that bad. This is kind of the game that we played this game. All of us were pretty scared the whole time. All of their heroes were really far back. Our heroes were... See, Storm's been missing on the map this whole time. As soon as Storm shows mid, he'll probably come back up and last hit again. See, and now they move forward. Saw a little bit of a tree, and I was like, oh, he's by himself. Yeah, this is cool. This is really just a bait from them, obviously. It's very obvious to tell when you can see the map. But at the time, I was like, hey, can I maybe do this? And I thought about the math. I was like, I do like 500 magic. He's got like 800 HP or something like that. And I didn't actually want to go for the full combo. And they were really set up to get me with the swap. That was good by them. Really well done. So I pretty much just died there. That was well done by them.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Probably shouldn't have bothered torrenting or anything like that. Just played safe, gotten more experience. Maybe moved somewhere else and gone for a kill. It's hard to say. Kind of needed at least the Storm Spirit to probably get that kill, or some other hero. I like almost never saw the Slark this game, now that I think about it. I picked up a magic wand. I've been doing kind of okay. I've got really good levels, but I haven't accomplished a lot in a bit. And I don't have a boat either, so me initiating on the Nature's Prophet here is going to be a little bit weaker than it could have been. Grab another torrent here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Pretty easy kill. Very low chance of him surviving that one. And all it cost me was 200 mana, 1 X and 1 torrent and a couple right clicks. And it's kind of the nice thing about Kunkka, and even in this case offlane Kunkka, is that it doesn't take a whole lot for you to be an effective ganker. You just have to get it within range to use X mark the spot. There's a couple counters like Lifestealer, for example. Lifestealer can go magic immune and that stops. X marks the spot when people get BKBs. You can't use that for an initiation either. So those are the kind of things that you have to worry about.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I didn't spend that much time farming this game, and I maybe should have.
Invisibility.
Slot a lot of heroes. I don't know if Doom actually knew I was there or not. I'm not sure. Luckily for me though, I used my phase boots right before I got Doom. Just watching my hero, making sure that I won't die from Doom.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, it wasn't even worth it for me to use my tango there.
Over here now.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
That's mine. Sorry, guys. All right. So the reason I died to the Doombringer before is because I was spotted. So this time I thought I'll gank mid and I'll use the smoke this time. So again, all I need to do is cast the first X, and I should be able to set up a kill. Ping that I was ready to go. Oh, that's what happened. Okay. I was wondering what happened there. I was like, I thought I casted the X, and I was about to, but then the swap happened, so he got out of range, and then I casted the next spell. So you have to be pretty quick with it, and I just dicked it up. We got the Venge kill. It had nothing to do with me, and I kind of wasted the smoke in a lot of ways.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So another rune. Gonna wait for my ulti again. I feel like Kunkka kind of works like this, but he didn't feel really good. But I think that was largely because I'm a little in over my head in this game. Most of the players are far better than me. So I was kind of more like a threat. I actually did max out Torrent first. At this point I was like, you know what, a couple extra Tidebringer levels are not going to do that much for me. But I think this is a big mistake because by the time I actually did max out Tidebringer, I started farming a lot faster. And that's one of the really nice things about the skill, is that it does really increase your farming speed. Because your ulti, or the Tidebringer goes down to 4 seconds, so you start doing splashes every 4 seconds and you actually jungle quite fast. So I think it would have been really solid if I ended up doing that instead. Looking for an initiation here. And then we see Venge on the side, so we got a little scared about this. We played really safe this game. We did have an Orchid on him. But considering how close they were to the lane at the top, we definitely have to be careful. We played so scared this game. I think both teams actually played super scared all game. I mean, look at that. 2 heroes are scared to go farm. Us 2 heroes are scared to go farm, and that's just because all the players in the game are being a lot more aware of people on the map. If you stop paying attention to stuff like that, all of a sudden you run forward and Storm gets an easy kill every 30 seconds, and Storm gets completely out of control. We did see them pot a multi here because they all disappeared from the map, so at this point we all sprinted home big time.
Storm Force double damage.
So Widow fight mid. Looks pretty much over already. It's kind of sad about that. Would have liked that. But since we did get a kill, it's usually good to push right after. Maybe shouldn't have Torn today, because I'm going to need 200, 300 to cast a combo. So we did have a rune spawn, so I was going to go check to see if it was down here, and it was. Although I got here a little bit late, so. I think I could have covered him a little bit better. I could have torrented about where he was TPing, but I was a little bit too scared for myself, so. I don't think I even got a last hit out of that. 21-minute blink dagger is kind of ridiculous. It's really late. Just wanted to guarantee that I got that farm because it was going to give me my blink. I could have taken a jungle camp or something like that, and yeah, the ultimate is a little precious, but it's pretty low cooldown as well, so I don't feel too bad doing something like that. Pushes the lane out. They sat so far back this game, and then I get a blink dagger a little bit earlier, so I was okay with that.
tower is under attack.
That was really unfortunate. I wanted that to go a lot better. I think the mistake that I made was that I thought I was going to be farther away when I blinked. I actually blinked way closer to him than I thought I was going to. See, if you're in melee range, you actually can't land the boat. You have to be at the range of 3 X's is basically about the boat range. The range is 1,000, but it has a big AoE, so the radius is 425. So if you have a range of 800 and it goes 1,000, but it also has a radius of 425, it'll catch you from the cast point. So yeah, it works out pretty good. But I blinked way too close to him, so I wasn't able to boat. I was just able to torrent, so that was completely my fault. I thought I was farther away than I was, so I was kind of committed to just right-clicking him, and then he right-clicked me down. So we still cleaned him up, but that could have gone a lot better. It would have been a lot cleaner if I just got the boat off. So that was actually a pretty big mistake for me, I think. I kind of wish I would have TP'd to this. I don't think I felt very safe or something. Not entirely sure.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But I do regret getting 4 torrents. I think I should have gotten more Tidebringers. Sometimes when I play heroes like this, I focus way too much on ganking myself. And you have to make sure that you don't do that as well, because it is really important that you also get farmed sometimes. And also, if you spend all of your time looking for ganks, and then your opponents play really scared, then you end up really underfarmed. And that was something that kind of happened to me this game as well. So you have to find a better balance, and you also sometimes have to really react based on what your opponents are doing. So many ganks this game. Saw some heroes top, so I thought I could be useful. Thought he was a little bit overzealous. This is true. I'm just gonna cast X on him because I want to reduce his ability to chase. I think I missed my torrent, but yeah, if you're being chased, if you X somebody and then just keep running, after 3 seconds they'll have to go back, so it wastes their time a lot. That was kind of good, but kind of bad for us. The other problem with going this skill build is that the difference between level 11 and level 12 is massive in terms of experience. It was balanced like this a while ago, so that supports would have a better time in the early game. They could kind of get most of their skill build down by the time they hit 11. So if you do make, basically you have to be really satisfied with your skill build at 11, and because sometimes you're going to be at level 11 for a very, very long time. It's like 4 times more experience to go from 10 to 11 or something, or 11 to 12 than it did from 10 to 11. I don't know if that's 4 times, but it's like a huge amount. And one thing I really didn't do at all at this point was X-marking myself and then blinking forward to get last hits. I could have done that this whole time, but again, I'm a little unpracticed on Kunkka. So yeah, look at the experience now. It was 2,200 to go from 11 to 12, and now 12 to 13 costs 800. It's like huge how much it costs from 11 to 12. But now that my Tidebringer levels are coming out, I'm going to be doing a little bit better in terms of farming. It kind of costs me a lot because of I have to use bottle charges to get healed. I think this is my smoke here. I really wanted to go for this kill. I think Blitz said it was a really bad idea, especially because all of them were missing. But again, look at the positioning of everybody this game. Everybody was literally just standing around constantly. That's the Zeus and the Venge are sitting by the tier 2 tower, and then there's like one guy farming on the map. It's like everybody played so safe here. I don't know if they saw a smoke or something. I'm really not sure, but I didn't really feel safe going for this because Blitz didn't feel very confident. I kind of wanted to try it, but he didn't feel good about it, so I played scared instead. But looking at the map, we could have gotten that kill, but we weren't really sure about that while we were playing. See, even this right now, really obvious bait, right? We're like, okay, this guy's solo pushing. There's like almost nobody else on the map. Like, we don't feel safe going for this. And then, unfortunately, we didn't have a dust here. If we had a dusty, we could have killed that guy, like 100%. Boat got him. It's a pretty good fight for us. Could have gone better. If we had a dust, we could have killed Universe as well. And at this point, I was like, alright, I should really be holding one of these, considering we only have like one other support, and it's not really fair that only he does it. So, could have been me. I also think I got really flustered in that fight. I kind of did a lot. I did really bad mid game, I think. I missed a lot of combos that I probably shouldn't have.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower.
I just need to pick a target, or I need to trust one of my allies and do a follow-up stun on whoever they disable. Which I didn't really do. I kind of just jumped in the group of them and was like, I guess I'll just X marks this venge. What I probably should have done instead is just thrown the boat into the group of them from darkness, or like where they didn't expect it to come from. That way they have less of a chance to react, and I might be able to catch a couple of heroes. I think that would have been better. And not to mention, just getting the boat off in the first place is really important because it gives you the boat buff, which reduces the damage you take until after the fight's over. You know, it's like a, I don't know, 10 seconds? 10 seconds duration for rum. You take half the damage, and after 10 seconds you take the damage back. That was reduced at the start. It doesn't kill you though, which is the thing. So if you take all of your life in damage, but you survive, and then the rum goes away, you'll just stay at 1 HP. So now we're gonna wait for a kill. I figured there was a good chance that Slark wasn't spotted. I think he said that he can get spotted all the way up because you can check with your aura. So we just went to hide. This is a good place to hide as well if you want to be offensive. The only place you can get spotted is like right here, and his spot over here is pretty good. It gives you a little sliver vertically. So I was just gonna stay by them for a bit, see how long it would take for somebody to come, and there we go. Really didn't need to boat there, but considering the heroes that we had here, 3 core heroes, kind of, not really 3 cores, but that was really bad. I wanted to go deny the Slark, so I was gonna blink because I knew with level 4 Tidebringer that I could easily deny him, but then I took Scorched Earth damage, so I couldn't blink. It was really terrible. I did not play very well this game. It's not like my survivability is that high, you know? Like, all of my money is invested into a Blink Dagger, which allows me to initiate. They definitely got more than us in that fight.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Hooray, I'm alive. Alright, let's assume that this game was a lot more even around my MMR. What I probably would have done is sucked less because the players I would have played against were much worse. But in terms of items, assuming the players are worse, we probably would have been comboing constantly. Like every 60 seconds I'd go around getting a kill probably, with help from allies. But since everybody was a lot better than that, you have to play a lot safer, and you have to predict where they're going to be a lot more. But anyways, if I did get a lot of kills, I probably would have purchased like maybe a Shadow Blade, just so I could set up kills better. Also because you can splash the Shadow Blade damage with your Tidebringer. Another item possibility, what did I want to build this game? I wanted to build a sheep stick actually, so I wanted to be really useful. And I felt like having a sheep would be fantastic so that I could blink sheep, or I could blink X quote, and also because getting a mana item when I'm just doing this kind of like roaming style is really not bad. Because I only have 500 mana, you know, if I do a full combo that burns 400 mana, that's almost all my mana pool. So grabbing an item like a sheepstick would not be that bad this game. It also gives you 10 strength, which is, you know, another 10 damage. It's not amazing, but it would be a pretty good item for this game. Instead, I started building a BKB, I believe. The reason BKB is so great. It's cost Ursa his life here. That torrent is terrible. I was pretty scared that he would blink after me, so I got the hell out. But I could have played that a little safer, I think.
Over here now. Over here now. Mega kill. Man proposes. God disposes.
That was way too close.
Now that was a failed blow.
I played that so bad. I'll talk about what I should have done afterwards.
Looking for me? Blast.
Alright, so what I should have done, first mistake. When I X'd him, I was way too close to boat, so I probably should have just torrented. But if you're really outplaying somebody and you're thinking a step ahead, which I wasn't there, if somebody has a Yules, they're going to Yules themselves before the X goes off, and that's going to prevent the X from going through. So what you should do is you X somebody, you pretend like you're about to cast something, you cast something, but you cancel it, so it looks like you're about to cast. You throw your sword forward, and they're like, okay, they casted boat. And then as they're about to fall, you set up a torrent on where their Yules is going to be. And it's a guaranteed stun. But I wasn't thinking a step ahead of his item build, so I messed up all my spells, basically. That was a huge mistake. But once I threw the boat and I realized what he'd done, I was like, oh, he's in the air. I might be able to land a torrent on him. But it was way too late at that point to be successful. So that's how you have to outplay people if they have a Yules. If they have a BKB, there's nothing you can do about it. But if they have a Yules, you can outplay them. You X them, you wait till they Yules, and then you torrent on and boat on where they're about to pop out, and then you can do your full combo. So because I messed that up, it made it a lot harder. Another thing I should have done is right before he force staff to the high ground, I should have X'd him. That way his force staff would be nullified. I could chase him no problem, but it's better to keep him on the low ground back in where he was. I think his only form of mobility was the force staff. Yeah, he didn't have a blink dagger, so if I could have kept him there, that would have been really useful. This is what you should be doing with the blink dagger, basically. You just use the X, you have 8 seconds to go forward, and then you can teleport yourself backwards. So you can go somewhere that's kind of dangerous, but still be in a fairly safe location. And I can kind of do the same thing here. Use X, phase bootsing forward. And I remember I messed that up. I was a little too slow. I did get one of the creeps, but I can kind of like push a lane that I'm not necessarily right next to.
Invisibility.
He did have a BKB there, but he wasn't anticipating the torrent, so we were able to get the kill. That was a really big kill, actually. I think that was his first death. Oh, his second death, sorry. His first death was in the mid lane earlier. And that's basically what happens when somebody overextends. Again, we're playing really safe, so it's kind of greedy for him to go for that kill, I think. In the same vein, he kind of needs to start making things happen because Blitz can start doing stuff like this.
When you strip away his leaves, zip zap.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
We have Slark on the top lane, so I'm going to try to get a combo going.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's a lot better. See, I did that combo perfect.
Dire's middle
let the boat land, the boat stuns for a decent duration, and then I torrent right afterwards. That was good.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Only thing I messed up is I should have blinked next to a creep and splashed from the creep to the venge. If you do that, you do pure damage to the person because it's cleave damage. If you hit them directly, then the damage of that you just did gets reduced by their armor. So I could have done that slightly better. Definitely could have splashed from the creep onto him, and he would have taken more. The reason that that's like that is because cleave damage is pure. The only way you can reduce the cleave damage is with damage blocks, so Vanguard, Stout Shield, things like that, or Tide Kraken Shell. I have no mana here, so I pretty much had to go back to base. At this point I start working on the Black King Bar. Black King Bar is great this game. Stops all Zeus damage, it stops Mirana's stun, and Nuke, it stops Venge stun. So it kind of allows me to be a bit aggressive and add some semi-carry to the team, basically. It's pretty close to BKB. I don't know why I didn't buy a TP scroll here. Should have bought one. Got level 16 though, which is good. Boat is a 40-second cooldown, and it does 600 magic damage. It's basically just the mana cost, the cooldown, and the damage that scales. I guess that's not very unlike other abilities, but some people, if they don't feel strong at Kunkka, they'll just leave their X at whatever level they feel comfortable with. So if you're just doing the torrent combo and you feel really bad at Kunkka, just do 2 levels of X. Don't be afraid to do that. I think it's very worth it to level up X now, though. I messed up that splash really bad. It's worth it to get 4 levels because you can do that if you get a Blink Dagger. You can just surge forward, push lanes, things like that. But if you don't feel very comfortable with it, just get 2 levels and you'll do 2 level X torrent followed by a boat. Keep in mind that if I do X with boats now, I need to repress my X a little earlier, and it costs you extra mana. I think it's like 50 mana or something to cast it the second time. But I always have to pull them back a little bit early, otherwise it won't hit. So it takes a little bit of extra work, but it's, you know, something that you have to do. And also the range goes up, so it's really worth leveling up. It's up to 950 now. Look at that range. It's beautiful. So it really helps you catch people when you get the 4th point. So again, we're going to move into their side jungle to see if anybody comes top. They may or may not come. I think Blitzes killed a lot of people that came top like that, so I don't really expect it to work again, but who knows, maybe we'll get lucky. They're kind of doing the same thing that we kind of want to do, which is group as 5.
Well, that would be a tribute.
I wanted to push this lane, but I didn't necessarily want them to think how close I was, so I believe I X'd myself. Wanted to make it seem like I was maybe really far away there. So my X was a short distance, but... Oh, I also shouldn't have casted that now that I think about it. Maybe, because it costs you more mana to end it early. Really close to BKB. See, here I queued up my sheep stick. Once I bought the Ogre Club, I was like, I should have bought a sheep stick. I should have bought a sheep stick. But it was better to go BKB, I think. BKB is just so good against Zeus, honestly. It's really useful against him. So once he starts going through his ultimate combos and all that cycles, like, look at that. I just took like, what is that, 1400, 13, I took like 350 damage basically, like right off the bat. If he gets a refresher or something, it's like half my HP right at the start of the fight. Not to mention Static Field does a lot of damage as well. Look at them, they're like literally roaming as 5 the whole game. We had no idea where like any of their heroes were.
Not so safe harbor, eh?
I was so close to BKB, I just didn't feel very safe. And then I think we saw a couple of heroes top, so we felt okay again. Alright, there it is, BKB. The slowest item progression ever, but I got it. Yeah, my net worth is like actually terrible at this game. I'm really low. I'm not that far behind Potom, but Potom has also been ganked by storms for like a billion times, so I don't really have an excuse other than wrong skill build, but that's my fault.
Almighty money.
This is kind of dangerous running around without X on, but I do have a BKB, so. Alright, looks like they're smoking here. I don't know if they knew where we were or not, but find out shortly. I think I remember this part. Wanted to counter push mid a little bit. Could have BKB'd here. Didn't want to. I knew that I was going to die 100%. There's no point to waste your BKB charge. Once I got hit by the first bolt, I figured it was over. So, losing me for a smoke is not the worst. I was in a pretty safe spot, so I don't really think there was a huge amount that I could have done to fix that. The main thing that I should have done is as soon as the smoke broke, I should have blinked away. And I was a little slow reacting to that. I should have been predicting somebody showing like that, like preparing myself to get scared and escape from it. That's the only thing I'd really criticize myself for there. We did trade towers, but they kept going, and I was dead. So this is a good chance for them.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
That was a really big abyssal by the Ursa.
Under attack.
Once I go in for the battle, just pop the BKB.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
I was very confused about that. I X'd him, so I was expecting him to come back, but then he died. But I didn't see him die on the top for some reason. It didn't show, or I don't remember if it doesn't show Aegis. I think it shows Aegis, but it didn't say to the left. I think I was looking to the left, like it didn't say we killed him. So I was really confused there. It turns out it was just Aegis. So my BKB usage there was pretty good. I think I saved it for a while. I only landed the boat on one person, but I think it was worth it. We didn't actually end up killing the Nature's Prophet. We killed everybody else, but not him. I did that really delayed. I think I definitely should have blinked before I X'd. I caught that pretty close, basically.
Back for more.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
I didn't really want to waste my DD, so just grabbed it regular. I probably should have, because I could have gotten regen out of it and it would have jungled me a little faster. It's not like the DD's just going to stay on myself forever. And not to mention, if there's a team fight, if you have a double damage on and then you BKB, you'll lose it. So if the fight doesn't start, the fight basically needs to start. I can pop BKB and then use the DD. That's the only way that it'll work. So the fight basically needs to start before my DD automatically pops, because I've had it for a while already. So I should be getting like a dust or something.
Radiant's middle barracks
Looks like they're like already ready to go.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Over here now. Over here. I'm over here.
That splash did a lot of damage. Okay, I swear to God I turned Skype to D&D. What the heck is this? Is this new Skype messing with me or something? I don't really know. I just got new Skype like a couple days ago. Sorry about that, I almost never had that twice in one video. Fight went okay though. My boat was pretty good. I got a good splash off.
Here now.
I must have used my DD or something. Did I use my DD? Yeah, that's why it was good. My base damage is actually pretty high. Again, strength gain is good on Kunkka. And I got a Black King bar, which is another 10 strength, so double damage is pretty good there.
Haste.
I'll take that.
Let the fun begin.
Messed up my blink, but
Your storm
landed the torrent at least. Just trying to guarantee the kill, basically. It's actually really important that I landed the torrent, I think, because the Hex was almost up, and if he's able to get his Ghost Scepter off afterwards, or his Eels, it like really increases the duration of the gank. And it makes things really scary. I got my Ultimate Orb here. Again, I wanted to build that into a Sheepstick, because I thought a Hex would be really useful at this point in the game. I could have also built Carry, maybe, like a Daedalus or something like that, but I felt a lot more comfortable going for a Disable. Looking at this game, I think it was completely fine for me to go utility since we had an Ursa that was doing pretty good. Honestly, our Ursa and our Slark were very competent, and we had Will on a Storm Spirit, so we had like 3 cores that are pretty good late game. So I really didn't feel like I needed to get a damage item. A utility is probably a lot better, considering our team is lacking Disable a little bit. But this is our first chance to go for our Rex, so we're pretty excited about this. Unfortunately, I pulled her back a little bit too early, and I just wasted my ulti. That was pretty bad. That actually hurt our team a lot here, because we kind of wanted to try for a Rax, but they were sitting quite far back, and that was probably our best chance to initiate, at least at that point. And now we're waiting for the next creep wave to come, and it's super far away, because Nature's Prophet probably ultied it or something, I don't know. And at this point, Zeus is almost up, so it kind of killed our opportunity. If I would have done that better and killed Venge, we maybe would have been able to force the Rax there, but I'm not sure.
Storm force, double damage.
That was a good example of messing things up because you have 4 levels of X instead of 3. Missed like so many of those.
Allies disappear.
I don't know if we saw if they pot multied here, but I didn't feel very safe, so I TP'd home. Oh, and they pot multied into Roshan.
Roshan has fallen to the dire.
My old friend Immortality.
I think we had a ward over there, so we saw them. It looked like they were creeping up the smoke just now. Maybe that was later.
Holy shit.
Tubring is so good for farming. I actually hit him with my ulti there. That was pretty good.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Whining now. Zap.
It's getting 90 mana per
Radiant's
second at this
bottom
point.
tower is under
It's
attack.
really a stupid amount of mana regen. Again, I popped the smoke again. I should have reacted better and blinked away, but by the time he got revealed, he used his ulti to find out where I was, and at that point I can't blink because I took damage, so Again, bad reflexes. I think we were playing US West as well, so we probably had like 200 ping, but that's not really a very good excuse. I wasn't really planning on them smoking and initiating on me like that.
Here I am. Zip zap. Wooden pop.
Radiant's bottom tower is under a Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
I blew it. Touche.
Since he had so many bloodstone charges, he respawned right away.
Over here. Blown away.
So he ended up defending solo. Cost him a suicide and some bloodstone charges, but got it done.
A tribute.
So far away from a sheep. Did I buy back? Can't remember. I think I did. I bought back earlier, right? No? I don't think I did. Oh, that's right. I like died early because of the smoke gank, and then I respawned and was kind of felt like a buyback. Xing myself there might have been smart, but I did not do that. Oh yeah, our team was like pushing here. I really should have been moving towards my team a lot earlier. They had the heroes dead for 40 seconds. I don't think I should have farmed this jungle. I think I started moving at this point. It looks like.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's not my hex as much as I wish it was.
Are fortified.
I think they said to get back at this point. We had a gem sitting on a courier for a very, very long time, and I finally picked it up. I didn't really feel super comfortable carrying it because I had been kind of dying stupidly a few times, but I'm honestly a pretty good person to have it. Ursa has to go like super ham, so he's definitely going to lose it. Whereas I can kind of like initiate and throw my abilities and run out again. I was just checking for wards right here, if it looks like I'm running really erratically. Doing it on purpose. He's even got an ability that lets me scout uphill. I was just saying there's no wards there. Wonder if Shadowblade would have been a whole lot better than getting an ultimate orb that just sits in your inventory is not very useful at all. I maybe should have done that instead. We thought they were smoking here, which is why we're kind of grouped up like this. We saw them all bottom, so, or at least we saw 2 of them bottom, so we're like, oh, I guess they're not 5-man. It's a really weird game. It was like the most try-hard game I've played in a really long time.
Illusion.
Checking the high ground again for a ward. I used my BKB a little bit early here. Got 2 with my boat. I really should have splashed back right, but Yo, it got wrecked. This is when I bought back. So I think my BKB was not needed that early. I was kind of worried about the Zeus using both of his ultimates and getting my HP really low, but I don't think I really need to be concerned with that because he actually doesn't have an Aghanims, he just has a Refresher. So that means his ultimates do good damage, but it's not amazing. It's not like, holy crap, I lost half my life. Like when you get Aghanims, it does like 880 damage after reduction, which is huge, but I should have used it to me jumping into the fight and getting into a dangerous spot. My boat was good, but it was kind of delayed. I don't know. I played a little too scared in that fight. Probably as a result of the other times where they broke smoke and I basically died. I just got a little flustered. That's not something you can do. Like, we could have very easily lost the game here. Fortunately my boat missed, but we debuffed at least.
Consider yourself lucky.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Much worse.
Just trying to right click him.
Come on, get out of here.
Well, I've caught my breath. Back to it.
This is a really big hex. I think that was from Ursa. Yeah, Ursa hexed in there.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Dire's top barracks are under attack. Dire's top barracks has fallen.
So, that was the fight. I'm sorry, I'm so tired. Fight went kind of well. I missed my boat. I should have also torrented off of the first initiation, but I didn't do that. My reaction time was pretty bad this game. That was awesome. We had 4 catapults. I almost never see 4 catapults. And I was sitting really far back because my HP is very low. I didn't feel very safe being here. I was like actually scared that Zeus was just going to ulti me and I was going to die from full HP, so I was like, I'm going to go back and get a rune. Because I knew that there would be a rune, and it would give me, like, what, 400 HP or something like that, so all my team racks them. It's not like I was that much help anyways without anything. Like, all I could do was torrent, basically. So I might as well go back for a rune. And we got mega creeps, so I was like, alright, cool, we're gonna win. Let's go run in. I was worried about Zeus' second ulti here. Oh, nice, I did dodge it. I'm so cool. And then right when I blinked in, my BKB went away, and I just died. So I lost the gem. That was really, really bad that I did that. It was so bad that I did that. We actually could have thrown the game, because remember, I was still on buyback cooldown. And I'm dead for like 120 seconds, because I bought back in the last fight. Like, I did not keep that in mind at all when I went in that YOLO. I was like, game's over, we won. But like, I'm dead for 90 seconds. That gives them 90 seconds to do a death push or something. And watch this. Blitz went for a kill. Watch how low his HP gets. Like, he gets so low. He's like, very, very low. He already bought back, by the way, so if he would have died there, that would have been 3 dead heroes, and they maybe could have pushed mid. Probably not, because they don't have the best pushing heroes. Like, Doom makes a good carry, like a semi-carry utility, because he kills heroes and, you know, farms items and stuff, but the hero can't push creeps very fast, so if it was something like an anti-mage of the battle for you, we would be worried, but in this case it kind of went okay. I really don't think that they're going to be able to push this back otherwise. Like, even if we did mess that up a little bit worse. I wasn't able to finish my sheep stick, and I was a little sad about that, but we had a couple else on the team anyways. And my net worth isn't that bad, considering game was definitely won by Blitz and Slark. I really didn't have a big impact on this game. I set up some kills, but it really wasn't that much. I honestly didn't do very much. I mean, if you want to play an offlane that has good team fight, or like just play Tidehunter. There's no reason to do this like Kunkka crap if you really want to play offlane team fight, stun setup crap. It's so much better to play Tidehunter, and it's so much easier. You don't have to worry about setups. If they get a BKB, like you're not gonna miss. As long as you blink Ravage before they pop BKB, that is. So I think it was kind of effective this game as Kunkka. I was fairly pleased, but it wasn't good. I wouldn't say it was good, but it's possible. Anyways, you can do this in the mid lane essentially. If you do this in the mid lane, it's generally better to be more greedy about items, so just go blink first. I just went blink first because I was only going to be useful if I was able to use my skills on somebody. So it was really important that I got that mobility. But if you're playing mid, I think the build that one of the best EU players does, he goes Battle Fury first, and he farms it really fast. So it's kind of hard to compare yourself to that because the guy last hits so well, and he gets it so rapidly. But he'll get Battle Fury fast, and then he'll transition to getting a blink, and then after that he'll buy Daedalus or crits essentially. I needed to back up a bit there to boat. Got a double. And that should be the game. So. We won a stupid amount of MMR from this game. Way more than we deserved. It should have probably been like a 25-25 game, but I think we got like 47 or something. Oh yeah, it was a US East game. That's right. I forgot about that because Rossi was from EU. Who was it to be determined? Oh, it was Ursa, I think. I think Ursa was a to be determined. The Slurk was like 5.3k. I think I was like really low at this point, like 4.5k. Blitz was like 4.7k, I think. The disparities between our solos and our parties are they're pretty off right now. So anyways, that was a Kunkka game. I hope you guys learned a little bit. He's really not that different than how he was in the past, except some people buy blink daggers on him and they go 3 levels of X marks the spot instead of 2. That's pretty much the only difference right now. Maybe a couple more Daedaluses. People almost never buy more than 1 Battle Fury. It's like 1 Battle Fury tops to farm at the start, and then give you mana regen as well. So I think that's it that I'm gonna record for now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. God, I really want to sleep, but I'm gonna try to stay up until the Red Bull flight, or until the flight to Seattle. Again, if you didn't catch it in the other video today, I'm going to Seattle tomorrow for the Red Bull LAN, which I'm pretty excited about. It's gonna be me, Blitz, Demon's gonna be there, Fluff and Stuff, AUI 2000. I think Gods is gonna be there, and K-Poptosis, and Spitwad, and Chuan. I think that's everybody. I might be missing somebody else. Oh, Brax is going to be there too. That'll be fun. So it's like a ton of people from NA Dota that I really like a lot. So that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the Red Bull LAN. I'll put the link down below. Keep an eye for it. And other than that, thanks for watching. Bye.